What's up guys, Boy here. Today we're doing another video. Today we're taking a look at the Mossy Oak half serrated machete. Let's begin. Okay, I really kind of think this is more of a knife of all things compared to a machete, because I actually handled knives that are much bigger like this. Something like the found Bowie knife, which is actually, see how big the thing is. But kind of much more of calling it a machete is more cooler, because that's kind of a thing for it. Because you don't want to be called a knife, and we're going to talk about the goofy blades itself, of all things. The sheath itself is made of polyester. Of course, it's kind of similar to both the kukri and the Bowie knife. And, oh... Okay, yeah, it's also stitched in, but I think the blade is probably cutting up the, Yeah, I know that, gonna say, it's not the best, because, I mean, I think the blade is doing a banged up job with the sheath itself. It has two buttons on the thing to secure it. Of course, you also have is a piece of piece of polyester just attached to it, and one button to do it. I won't be very surprised if it's kind of bad that if the blades start falling out, and well, I think this could save the blade itself. That's about it. So yeah, it's not the best. Okay, the blade itself. So the blade is made out of stainless steel. It will have a Mossy Oak right here. Also have like big old piece of plastic. So the tang is around about there. But I think this is just to secure the plastic piece. Big old squared hole for something like a lanyard or a paracord. You can take this off with two Phillips on both sides with a rubbery handle to it, and of course having a guard for the thing. Okay, now let's talk about the blade itself. It's kind of like a parang, but the weird part about it here is this whole thing is the actual blade itself. The serrated edge is also on it, on the same blade with the blade itself. Oh man, you could probably know that the United Kingdom is probably going to ban this one too, and calling it as a zombie knife. Which, don't worry, guys, I'm not gonna go trying to say about it here, but yeah, it's really dumb. I can tell you that one. Yeah, it's kind of like some mall ninja type, but I guess not putting it on the back is somehow. I think it could ruin this area. That might be what it is. So that's kind of really weird. It's just a weird a mixture of them too. Okay, the blade itself, the actual blade, would be around about 5 3/4. Serrated edge would be around about 9 inches. The handle itself would be around about of 5 3/4, while the overall size of the blade would be around about 5 3/4. So let's test this bad boy out. So the results up there is for the blade, this one actually did cut through the bottle pretty well. That's really not bad. For the striking on the harder plastic, that's a pretty destructive way about it here. You know, for the striking, kind of deformed at the time. Like, also pretty deep cut there too. Like, it actually cut straight through the cap too. But not like, you know, downwards. Which that's kind of a shame for it. But for the serrated edge, the serrated edge, it actually went well, but it just you have to hold the thing, and you have to have the serrated edge saw just cut through it. So I'm giving the Mossy Oak, you know, serrated machete an astounding of like the 8 out of 10. I think it's a not bad machete, and I think it's just kind of the goofy, like, saw blade at the front and not at the back is kind of interesting, but it's also kind of pretty weird at the same time. But that's a pretty good one about it here too. So that wraps up the Mossy Oak half serrated machete. I'm Artillboy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.